Hey, KTC, Doggone Hunt here. I'm off work, heading over to pick up a friend of mine. Pick him up, actually sponsee, pick him up, head down to the cabin, do a fifth step tonight. Yeah, I know, I just did one of those just the other day. What an honor. So, some people were talking this morning, and I saw some things, and I just thought I'd say something because there's a lot of parallels in the way we operate KTC and this 12-step program that I'm a part of. That step one says we admitted we were alcoholics. Well, we admitted we were addicts, that our lives have become unmanageable. Maybe it's not unmanageable in every corner, but the corners that had to do with this dip and that kind of thing is unmanageable. All this hiding and not being, stocking up, afraid to run out, missing time with your wife and kids, all kinds of stuff. I'll give you a bunch of examples where your life is unmanageable as a result of your obsession with that stuff. Step two, come to believe a power greater than themselves can restore you to sanity. Well, two things happen here, man. People get hung up and they think that power greater than themselves means they got to believe in God. Now you can, that works, but that's not what it says. It says you got to believe in a power greater than yourself that could help you. Will it help you? Do you believe that KTC and all those folks in there have stopped dipping can help you? That's a power greater than me. That's what that says. And then the other thing is restoring to sanity. And if you don't think you're plain fucking nuts for sticking that dirt in your mouth and either swallowing it or carrying around a freaking dedicated spit cup so you can ooze your juices out into it, if you don't think either one of those things is crazy, a little bit of insanity, check again. Step three says, decide. Turn your will and your life over to a power greater than yourself. All that means is, will you accept help from this power that you said a minute ago in step two could maybe help you? In our case, it's the program. Drink the Kool-Aid, get with the program, wake up, piss, post, get to know some folks, send some texts out, join the community. Turn that will and life over to us so we can help you. Here's what we don't do. Step 4. Made a searching and fearless moral inventory of ourselves. Bill, take that moral out because it's got nothing to do with morals, but those were the language of the 30s. So we're going to make a searching and thorough inventory of ourselves. Have any of y'all ever done that? You might sit out in the backyard and go, boy, I oughta, well, that one time. No, get some notebook paper out and have somebody who knows how to do these steps walk you through that inventory process. Socrates said forever. Socrates said a long time ago, the unexamined life is not worth living. And I don't mean sitting around daydreaming about what you're doing. I mean sitting down, once again, put it on paper. We do it in columns. How it shouldn't work, but it works. Let somebody qualified to take you through it someday. So then now we've got all that crap out on the table. Man, you can't just sit there. You cannot just sit there with that 4-step done and all that stuff out on paper. That's what 5th step's for. Admitted to God, yourself, another human being, exact nature of your wrongs. I know those words, wrongs, shortcomings, character defects, all these words in there, man. People get hung up on words. Big Book says it a number of times, don't get hung up on the words. We got some concepts going on here. Follow me. Stay with me, right? Hell, we make up words at KTC. Whoop. What the hell does that mean? You'll see anybody, they might balk at the doing the concept, but they ain't balking at the word capital W, capital U, capital P, capital P. So don't get hung up on shortcomings. So the 5th step is where we sit down and we do that, man. We dump it. So that's what I'm going to do tonight, man. Me and him will go down there. We'll build a fire. We'll warm up the oven, cook the pizza. In a little while, kick back, and we'll have a long talk. And we'll talk about the stuff that people don't, the stuff that maybe you think you're going to take to the grave, stuff you wouldn't tell anybody. Until you get that stuff out onto the table, you will never be truly free. He'll do 6 and 7 tonight too, where we become willing to have God remove all that stuff from him. And 7, he'll ask for God, higher power, whatever, to take it all away. I'll be sleeping by that time tonight. He'll do 6 and 7 on his own down there. I'll be in bed asleep. If he needs me, I'm within earshot. He'll do what he needs to do. We'll go to sleep, get up tomorrow morning, eat breakfast, head back home. He'll be on the 8th step by then, which says, made a list of all those people we had harmed, become willing to make amends to them all. Be willing. We made that list really when we did the 4th step, so it's already made really. We do some forgiveness prayers in the 8th step. I can't go out asking these people to forgive me until I can forgive them. I got to work on that, man. That's some real power. 9th step, gonna go out and actually make him amends, man, and that's dangerous territory because you set people out to going out into the world to make these amends, and some people do not like us anymore. Some people, that's not always the deal, but we also don't want to do any more damage, and that's what it says, make amends, except for where to do so would harm somebody. So we have to be careful that we're not going out reopening wounds either, but we got to get clean of this, and there's a lot of ways to have creative amends. It doesn't necessarily mean we're going to do direct amends all the time. We may need to do some indirect amends. I'll give you an example real quick. Let's say, just for fun, I didn't do this. Let's say you beat some women. Say you physically abuse some women. Maybe you need to go do some volunteer work at a women's shelter, because you can't go back in and show up at that gal's life, man. She don't want to see you, and you coming back popping up your head is not going to be, that's considered harming another person. So we do that, and then 10, 11, 12 is what's called the maintenance steps, and that's just where 10 is where we do a kind of a daily inventory every day, man. We check out what we've done and where we're at. We talk to our confident people, you know, and in KTC it's our support buddies, you know, and we do that here. You reach out and you go, man, I'm feeling like shit, help me. Just need to chat for a little while. 11 and 12 is prayer, or 11 is prayer and meditation. It says improve our conscious contact with God as we understand Him. Starts sounding real religious. It ain't. It can be if you want it to be. 12 is where we go out and help somebody else, man. You see people 12-stepping all over KTC, man, grabbing them newcomers as they come in the door, telling them what the deal is, sending them your digits. That's all about step 12, man. That's helping somebody else. Jump out and help somebody else with no expectation of return for anything back to you on for doing it. We can do that in all kinds of corners in our lives, and that's why I sponsor guys through these steps. That blue book, that Alcoholics Anonymous book, doesn't tell me I have an option whether if I'm going to sponsor other men through these steps. It says I will. 12 steps to me is not an a la carte menu. I have to take the whole thing. If I want the whole cup of juice in my life, I have to take the whole program. I don't get to pick and choose what pieces of it I want and ones I don't. So I'm going to roll up in here. I know it's a little bit of a long video, 7-8 minutes. That's a little recap of the dog's 12 steps. They're not mine. I guess as dog sees it. So get ready to pick up this feller and we'll shoot down there, man. It is 4:06 and I hope I can get down there before it's dark, because it's a whole lot easier to build a fire down there in that cabin before it gets dark. Day 59. That is too freaking cool. Day 59. KTC. Today I quit with you.